会社休みなの？
ずーっと休みなんだって。
楽しいペンペントライアスロンDreamcast!
You know what I miss? Weird small multiplayer games. Most of the time what we usually get are live service titles or online only games with either stylized cool looking characters or a single character used as a base with countless skins. Not to say that's a problem, heck I play games like Fall Guys and Multiverses, but I really miss when we had a cast of 10 or so weird characters and unique art styles in a simple but strange gameplay style. Even if the character design isn't necessarily appealing, because I'd rather have something ugly but still sticks out and has a clear vision rather than appealing and derivative, like most 2010s trends that overstayed their welcome because millennials can't admit that they're getting old. It's almost 2025, and we still have to deal with minimalism, bean-mouth cartoons, and kinda awkward dialogue. Move the fuck on. Now back to video games released during the 2000s. I'm talking about titles like Kung Fu Chaos, Cell Damage, or in this case, penpen Triicelon, on the SEGA Dreamcast. My first Dreamcast review, and this is what I choose. Not Jet Set Radio, Sonic Adventure, or Space Channel 5. Fucking penpen. A platforming racing game featuring a cast of penguin-animal hybrids going from one side of the track to the other. As you make your way through, the gameplay switches between 3 styles, all of which are simple to learn. First there's sledding. You use the analog stick to steer, as you use the B button to go, but it's not as simple as just holding the button down or even mashing it. There's a certain rhythm that you must master to keep up with the opponents. Press the button and hold it for about half a second, or wait until the penguin's flippers are done pushing the ground, and release, then repeat. Then there's platforming. You use the analog stick to move and B to jump. And lastly, swimming, which is the exact same as sledding, but now you can move in any direction. In all gameplay styles, you can also use an attack that allows you to slow down enemies, but if you miss, you'll be the one that slows down. I think my brain fell out.
That's why I wear a helmet. If I bash my head in too many times, I might look like I had a lobotomy.
Just like me, but I had my lobotomy before I started racing. Not that you'll need to attack very often, because you'll be bumping into each other constantly, which can be good or bad depending on your position. Sometimes you'll be boosted forward, while other times you'll be bumped off the track and lose your place because of one tiny bump that wasn't even your fault. There are no items in this game, so minus the occasional bumping, everything depends on you. Well, except the hazards. There are 4 tracks in the game with 3 variants. The first is a simple 3-phase race with 5 penpens that switches between the styles that I already explained. The second is the same as the first, but now there are 6 penpens and also a hazard that gets added somewhere on the track. It could be wind blocking your path, trampolines in the water, or the hands of the damned trying to pull you down to hell. Maybe you should have paid attention to what envelope you were sending, you stupid bitch. Someone will get the reference. Honestly, the hazards are a hit or miss. Sometimes they feel more luck dependent than others, so that can get annoying. Sometimes all the penpens will be stuck in a single hazard, so everyone will be bumping into and attacking each other and it just becomes chaos. This is what would really happen if a skull caught on fire.
Okay kids, let's slowly file in a single line and gently walk to the designated exit.
That is not what would happen and you know it. Even the teacher is probably going to book it. They don't get paid enough for this shit. You're on your own, kids. The fourth has 7 penpens racing, extending the track, adding one final section. These are usually the most interesting parts of the track, even if it's just visually. One day I'll make a top 10 Christmas levels in games, and when that day comes, this level will absolutely make it on the list, maybe. Honestly, the environments in general look great. There's a lot of snow in the game for obvious reasons, but the tracks do a good job of giving you more to look at than just white snow. Sometimes you'll even forget it's there. Now about the 4 main tracks you'll be racing on. Each level has their own theme and their own host to represent it. They're sweet, toy, horror, and jungle, oh my god! Yeah, I don't think I need to explain the issue here. Yes, I'm playing the Western release of the game, so that makes it worse. You're probably thinking, how in great Gaia did this make it through the censors? I have no idea, man. So does this mean that we have the exact same experience as the Japanese release? I'm sure all the anti-woke chuds that have no sense of self-awareness are getting ready to jump in joy at the prospect of an unaltered product, but no, there were some changes when it came to the Western release of penpen Triicelon. In the horror track, you're racing through some green miscellaneous horror substance TM. Is it acid? Is it goop? Is it the stuff that Reagan throws up in The Exorcist? Gross. But whatever it is, in the Japanese release of the game, you're running through something else. Blood. The remains of your fallen icy penguigos lay before you as you must trek through, or else end up just like them. Wait a minute. If they were allowed to change the blood into some green miscellaneous horror substance TM, then why didn't they change Uncap Po's design? You're telling me that this was too much, but he was somehow okay? It wouldn't have even taken too much to make him less offensive. Just change his skin color to blue, make his lips a light blue, remove the bow tie and earrings, make the straw hat and skirt white, and you could say that he's a yeti that dreams of going to the beach. There, that wasn't too hard now, was it? Now back to the game. After you beat the 3 versions of each track, new modes are unlocked. One is called Versus Self, where you race against an entire group of the same character you're playing as. Then there's Versus Hanamizu, a one-on-one race against a sniveling idiot that's the best character in the game. If you beat him in all 4 tracks, then you unlock him as the 8th playable character. Speaking of, I think it's finally time I talked about the main characters. These guys aren't penguins, they're penpens. What's a penpen? They're basically hybrids between penguins and some other animal. Sparky and Tina are the only full-on penguins. Jaw is a pen shark, Back is a pen walrus, Sneak is a pen octopus, Balery is a pen hippo, Mr. Bow is a pen dog, and Mr. Hanamizu is a hybrid of a penguin and an unknown species. Honestly, this is what I meant by weird rosters in multiplayer games. They could have gone with just penguins with different designs, but they decided to go the extra mile and make something entirely different. Sure, you can question the results, but I always praise something for trying something different, regardless of the outcome. Though I do wish they stuck with the 2D artwork they used in the loading screens in the Japanese version of the game, rather than the 3D renders. The artwork does these characters a lot more justice. Though I can't help but to still enjoy these renders, as I love seeing cartoon characters mixed in the realistic environments. For some reason, these screens are giving me a Cartoon Network CN City bumper vibe. But hey, art is subjective, so take that for what you will. Despite how little content this game has, I still had a blast with what was there. It took only around 2 hours to do everything, but honestly, if you got some friends who are willing to give this game a shot, I'm sure you'll get something out of it. But if that's not enough, you can also customize your penpen with unlockables you get from winning races. There may not be a pen bear, but these freaks are ready to practice their Second Amendment right to bear arms. America, land of the free. I think I'll use my freedom to take a step outside now. Why, hello, stranger. How are you today?
What the fuck did you say to me? You trying to get smart with me?
Oh, what? No, I was
You
just...
better
Put that down. I don't want you to...
Please don't!
You know what? I think it's better to stay inside. It's too cold out there anyway.